Brother Jonathan Spence, Deputy Grand Master, very worshipful Brother Nigel Brown, Grand Secretary, distinguished brethren, and ladies. We are gathered here this evening in this lovely building, beautiful and magnificent, to celebrate another year of harmony in the English district. And I was to recount in detail the 10-year achievements of our district Grand Master. Unfortunately, we are running almost an hour late. And that seems my embarrassment, of course. But I would surely have to just mention about two highlights of his career as District Grand Master. Firstly, District Grand Master, we greatly admire the manner in which you steered us through I would say enforcing the changes to the compliance to civil and Masonic rules and regulations. These were very tricky moments, very difficult affairs. You challenge the traditions of the diehards. And we have kept our eyes closed for so many years. And you met with great resistance. But your persuasiveness, single-mindedness, and at times assertiveness at the right moment, on the right occasion, to the right audience, have steered us through. And more importantly, you walk the talk of recognizing young in age and Masonic experience of young Masons, talented, are full of useful experience and energy. District Grand Master, I assure you that that brave decision, you will never be wrong. You have tonight a living example sitting next to you, and I know you're a beautiful wife. But you will reminisce and recall those beautiful moments as District Grand Master for these 10 years, and you will have a smile to yourself over the trials and tribulations and the achievements you have attained. You also remember your golfing brethren who continue to make mincemeat out of you, caring less who you are or you were, and then laugh at your tops, your duffs, and your OBs. District, right worshipful District Grand Master, you and us will always cherish our happy moments together in this district. Brethren, I will now invite you to rise and drink a hearty toast to the continued health and happiness of a Mason so valiant and true. Thank you, ladies and brethren.
Thank you, Grand Master, our very distinguished visitors, virtual brethren and brethren. Firstly, I must thank you, brethren, for the manner in which you honored that toast so so generously proposed by Worship Brother Mark King. Now, I'm really touched by the sentiments expressed by him. The only true part about it is how the brethren made mincemeat of me. You know, my predecessor, whenever he plays golf, the brethren always say, you know what to do. Now, I remember when I was partnering the president of the library committee at one tournament, and I had Roy Khan and To Siu Hock on the other side, and the golf organizer says, well, you all know what to do, you know what's good for you. And of course, I had to be stupid enough to say that, you know, in this district, we don't promote losers. So that's when the mincemeat part came. So ever since then, you know, the brethren have been making mincemeat of me. In the belief that if they were losers, they won't get very far. But brethren, tonight I think has been a very happy occasion. And we had a very happy 2 days in Singapore as well. And I think we are all rejoicing in these two new great edifices that we are all going to enjoy for the remainder of our lives, and then leave it to our brethren who come after us. And one thing that has greatly touched me in both centers is the great generosity of our brethren in contributing to the erection of these two stately and superb edifices. You know, in this temple alone, we wouldn't have been able to get all these fancy furnishings and all. Practically everything in this temple, which is movable, is actually donated. That goes even to the chandeliers, every temple, the carpet, the furnitures, all are donated from the generosity of our brethren. And to that I thank all of you. In Singapore too, I'm overwhelmed by the generosity of brethren in Singapore. And we are not as fortunate in Singapore as we are in Kuala Lumpur. In Singapore, of course, we are still having a little shortfall, but I'm always confident in the generosity of our brethren that they will come through and help us out. Because I think we owe to our future generations some legacy. I always marvel at our predecessors who were actually colonial civil servants who knew they were here for a short period of time, that they would go home after their term of service, and yet they were not stingy. They did not feel that if I donate the money to build these beautiful temples for us to use, that, you know, I'm going to go home to England or Scotland or Ireland after that. No, they gave willingly, and in fact all our temples were built with donations from brethren of single lodges. Like the predecessor of this great temple was built by a handful of brethren from Read Lodge, who actually paid for the lodge by the debentures. And to me, I thought that was a typical Masonic sacrifice. You are giving out of the love of the craft and for the brethren who are going to come after you, so that you can enjoy Freemasonry in the way we are enjoying today. And that is why we have honored Read Lodge for the great generosity of their, I wouldn't say ancient, I would say their predecessors 130 years ago, who set out to create the first temple upon which we have built this wealth to construct this new edifice. And I call upon all you brethren to continue to support us, particularly in Singapore. I think look at Robin there looking at me. Yes. And now this evening, I think this weekend's function and the wonderful show you saw just now would not be possible without the work of some very energetic brethren and team. And here, I'd like to acknowledge firstly the organizing committee of this weekend's functions here, chaired by no other than our Assistant District Grand Secretary, Worship Brother Markin. Can you please stand up? I'm just going to name his Secretary, Worship Brother Jatin Su, and remain standing, KJ Single. And can I have all the members of the committee stand up? Because your chairman has insisted that since I forgot to take wine with you, I will now take a drink with all of you. Volunteers who took care of the registration, and of course the staff, the 4 wonderful ladies from our secretariat who has been working very hard. And one person I must not miss out is our worship brother C.K. Chong. For arranging and sponsoring the spectacular lion dance. Where are you, CK? I have to drink a special toast to you. Okay, to CK Chong. Well, before I sit down, I noticed there were some shortcomings this evening. So I feel obliged since I cannot hold the organizing committee responsible. But I think there was some slow delivery of your main dishes, not only in this hall but in the next hall. And I believe that is because our kitchen is not used to catering for such a big crowd. And I hope that you will bear with them, and hopefully they will continue to improve with time. This is the biggest function we have ever had here. And I know it's okay. I told all of them that, you know, I'm not affected because I got my meal first before. So you know, it's okay. You know, when we are not affected, you know, we are not aggrieved. So I've apologized to the other room as well. I didn't want to say go after Mark Kim because it would be unfair. But anyway, ladies and brethren, I hope you will continue to enjoy yourselves for the rest of the evening. I believe there are lots of drinks going around. And do come back again. These facilities are meant for you, and we hope that you will continue to use it not only to entertain your brethren, but also your family, your friends, and your business colleagues. Because let me tell you that every dollar you spend here, part of it comes to the Masonic Hall Board, and it will go to a long way to reduce our cost of maintenance that we pass on to the brethren. Thank you.
Ladies and brethren, this is now the time for us to show our appreciation to those of heads who have come all the way leading delegations, and I would like now to invite our District Grand Master to make the first presentation to our Deputy Grand Master, Right Worshipful Brother Jonathan Smith. Would you like to open that seat?
Oh, which way is it? Oh, I see.
In Singapore, we gave him whiskey glasses, so he had it.
I would now like to invite very worshipful Brother Nigel Brown, the man who put all the ceremonies together and we went clockwork and smoothly.
Thank you very much.
Next, I would like to invite Right Worshipful Brother David Fogg, District Grand Master of Hong Kong and the Far East. You can't make up for all the money he paid for his ticket. I would now like to invite Right Worshipful Brother Percy Driver. Next is Right Worshipful Brother Mali Kuteleka from Sri Lanka. Right Worshipful Brother Tom Kian Singh, who is from the Irish Constitution. going to honor some very senior, distinguished brethren. Between the 5 of them,